Today, we are going to talk about expanding your network. If you've ever been in direct sales and network marketing, you may have heard all of these tips. If you have never been in direct sales or network marketing, then you might want to stay tuned. But you may have been in network marketing or direct sales and really relied on your friends and family. If any of you have done that, just rest assured that there is more out there for you. Your warm market is not the end of the world. It's not your stopping place. It's not where you end all, okay? And honestly, total different training, but warm market is probably not the best place to try to put your eggs in one basket. But let's talk about expanding your network. Expanding your network is so important. You've got to have fresh blood coming in at all times. You've got to have new people seeing your posts. You've got to have new people being engaged with you. You've got to have this continuous flow of people seeing you, the traction, the views, the activity. So how do you do that? Well, we're going to talk about Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, you want to be adding new people to your network. And I'm going to give you a few tips about this. So first off, let's talk Facebook and friends. So if you're taking notes, the first thing is Facebook and friends. You want to be adding about 5 people a day. And you also, I'll give you a tip on how to get rid of some people, but you want to add about 5 people a day. Go through maybe the suggestions and flip through and see if there's somebody that looks like somebody you'd want to hang out with, or somebody that you think might be good for the business, somebody that you think is pretty decent, and add a friend request. If they're in network marketing, direct sales, that sort of thing, typically they're not going to message you and ask you, do I know you? So be careful about who you're asking. Also, you don't have to necessarily reach out to someone who has one mutual friend and obviously has 200 Facebook friends and doesn't even know anybody. Like, that's not the person you're going after. You're going after someone who has a lot of friends or a lot of mutual friends, or someone who you know is in direct sales, and you can send them a friend request. And if they do message you and ask, hey, do I know you? You can always reply, no, I saw you on my suggestions. I really loved your profile, or I like your vibe, or I like the way you're inspirational, whatever. And just put, you know, I thought that we would be great to connect. I would love to connect with you. If they want to connect with you, they will. And if not, whatever. Most of them are not going to ask. Most of them are just going to accept or decline, whatever. And if they do accept, the moment you get a notification that they've accepted your friend request, at that point you need to message them and say, hey, Nicole, thank you for the friend request. How are you? You want to say hello and their name, hi and their name, hey and their name, whatever. Say their hello, Nicole, say their name. Tell them, thank you for sending a friend request. And if they did not send it and you sent it, you can say thank you for accepting the friend request. And I like to say thanks for connecting. So you can use one of those 3. So that's 2 sentences. The third is going to be a question. How are you? So I see you're in Michigan. How's the weather this week? Or so I see that you have kids in your cover photo. Are those all 4 yours? You know, ask a question. Don't be creepy, but ask a question. And then once they answer, keep the questions going. And talking about engagement is a whole other training. So moving on, add people to your network. Another thing that you can do to eliminate people from your network, because you want to get rid of those that you're not talking to, that you're not interacting with, those that maybe have left their profile stale. So every day on this day, you get the little notification from a year ago about on this day, what was posted, right? Scroll through those and you will see, like, you became friends with so-and-so. Click on their name. When was the last time they posted? Have you engaged with them? If you have not, comment, do something, have an engagement, and that'll help you filter through. If you see them and you're like, I don't even like this person, or I don't even know what this person's about, or I see that they only post about the same thing over and over again, you can unfriend them. Another way that you can go through your list is your birthday list. When you get the notification that you have birthdays, open it, look at it. Open each profile. When was the last time you talked to them? Have you ever spoken to them? Choose then, do you want to send them a birthday message, or do you want to eliminate them from your friends list? That is my go-to delete list. I go through it and I'm like, I have not talked to this person ever. And I will delete them. If they're spammy, I delete them. So go through them. If you've never talked to them, don't hang on to them just because you feel like maybe one day you'll talk to them. Have an engagement with them or don't. So if you choose, hey, this person really is a stand-up gal, I really want to have her as a friend, then send her the birthday message. I always send a birthday message through Messenger. I don't like to put it on their wall because Facebook does not count that as an algorithm, does not count that as some interaction between you and that person. They actually account for birthdays that way to where you don't get any little for doing it. So if you send them a message through Messenger, you do get put back in their algorithm. And if you send them a voice message, it's even higher. So do that. So there's your friends. Number 2, another way that you can get out there and expand your network is join groups. Find groups that you have an interest in. Are you a military wife? Join other military wife groups. Are you there's like a NAT or something. Are you a you network marketing and you want to be paired up with other network marketing women, and not one of those that you have to post all the spammy stuff, but like whatever group that you're in that you can interact. Maybe you're an oil field wife, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you love to sew, maybe you love teddy bears, I don't know, something. Whatever it is, get into groups that you have an interest in. Are you a cat lover? Whatever. And start interacting with the people on that group or in that group. Go in there. If you see a post, you see a cute cat, comment. It's okay to comment. It's okay to interact. Don't spend all day in there. If you're going to do that, make sure that you set a time limit. I always say time limits are so important. So maybe one day a week, you're like, I got to do groups. 10 minutes in a group, or maybe 5 minutes every day, whatever you choose. But get there into those groups and interact. If there's any kind of, like, you see somebody's commenting on posts and you want to reply, make sure there's some kind of interaction, because people will then go look at your profile and they may send you a friend request, and now you are expanding your network that way. Another way to expand your network is to make sure that you're commenting on your friends' posts. If somebody asks, hey, where can I get the best dryer? Like, where did you pick up your dryer? Did you go to Appliance Mart? Where'd you go? And you comment on there, oh, I got my dryer, whatever. And then you see someone else comment, you can go back on there and say, oh, you got yours at Sears. How much did you pay? And interact, because people are going to go look at your profile. These are all ways to start to expand your network, okay? So those are 3 ways. 3 is the comments. So another way that you can expand your network is when you are talking to people in person. Believe it or not, the people you talk to in person probably have a Facebook account. So if you click with somebody, maybe you're sitting at the nail salon and you really like the girl and you're talking to her for a while and you get her name, do not be afraid to be like, are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect. What's your name? Let me add you. Bam, now you got somebody new. And it's not salesy. You're not selling them anything. You're just wanting to connect. I mean, nobody does that anymore. Nobody cares to meet somebody new. Do it and you will be surprised the reaction that you get. Some people may shut you down, whatever. I've never had it happen, but maybe it could. They actually are like, oh yeah, I'm on Facebook, or they may be like, no, I'm not, and that's fine. Okay? So those are some really good tips to expand your network, get out there. One thing I also want to, the last one that I will tell you, so number 5, and that's the last one, is your profile can be set as public, private, friend, whatever. So your privacy for each post matters. You can change that. You want to set your profile to public so people can see it. So when someone comes to your profile, they open it up and they can see who you are. I guarantee you I've gotten a lot more people on my profile messaging me because they can see my profile, they can see who I am, they can see my cover photo, they can see my profile photo, they can see some photos, they can see some posts. Keep it public. But let's say you have little ones. Maybe you have an issue with men, maybe you have an issue with husband, whatever. You have some issues, some haters out there, whatever. And you don't want everybody to see everything. That's okay, you don't have to. I set certain posts to friends only. And I'm very selective of who I allow into my friends list. So when people send me a friend request, I do one of 3 things. I accept it and they become my friend. I leave it in my friends list and never, the request, and I don't ever answer it, or I decline it. If you leave them in your friends list or you decline them, they become a follower. When they become a follower, they see all of your public posts, none of your friend posts. So unless they go and unfollow you, they will always see your public post, but they won't be your friend. So they won't see it whenever you post a picture of your pretty little Abigail and you don't want creepers on there, so you set it as a friend. They're not going to see it, okay? So that's a great way for you to be expanding your network too, is when people are coming in and friending you, you can kind of choose which ones you want, which ones you don't, so you can create your follower list, okay? On Facebook, you're capped out at 5,000 friends. Followers, you can have an unimaginable amount. I would not go to 5,000 friends. I have done that plenty of times, and I will say that about 2,000 to 3,000 is a great number. You want to keep it pretty small, and do not hold on to your friends for dear life's sake because you feel like maybe one day you'll talk to them. If you're not communicating with them, communicate with them or get them off your friends list. And I'm not talking about those long lost friends. I'm talking about those that you have met on Facebook. Okay, so those are your tips for expanding your network. If you have questions, comment under this video and we will be happy to answer them.